Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kali ini kita akan membahas tentang fluktuasi ekonomi. Based on review paper, emang biasa materi saya ambil dari jurnal karena sepengetahuan saya jurnal itu sudah mengalami revisi berkali-kali ya, dari beberapa revisi, jadi untuk validitas dan kredibilitasnya insya Allah itu sudah baik. Jadi ini lebih ke case, focus on a case in economic fluctuation, revisited. The study discuss the various short, medium, and long-term cycle theory. Gitu. Jadi penelitian ini mendiskusikan tentang teori perputaran cycle ya. Cycle can mean fluctuation baik jangka pendek, menengah, dan long term. And focuses on long term quantitative cycle and its Schumpeterian interpretation. Jadi kuantitatif ini merupakan salah satu mazhab ekonomi oleh Kondratif dan its Schumpeterian interpretasi juga dari Schumpeterian, berarti orang-orang yang mengikuti mazhabnya Schumpeter. Schumpeter itu adalah Joseph Schumpeter, ahli ekonomi modern di masa modern. It gives a summary on economic fluctuation in 20th century and its impact on structural transformation and regional rearrangement. Jadi ini men-summary tentang fluktuasi ekonomi yang terjadi di abad 20 dan impact-nya terhadap structural transformation. Economic turmoil, rising unemployment, and drastically declining stock prices ended the longest period of America prosperity and frightened and integrating Europe. Huru-hara ekonomi, peningkatan unemployment atau pengangguran, dan stock prices itu yang turun secara drastis merupakan periode panjang daripada prosperity Amerika dan rasa takutnya Eropa terhadap economic turmoil yang terjadi saat itu. At the very beginning of 21st century, it pays to look back the economic fluctuation of 20th century and before. The rate economic growth in Europe was extraordinary in 20th century. However, growth rates were rather uneven and exhibited exceptional extreme fluctuation. Jadi growth yang terjadi di Eropa, growth itu ya peningkatan, pertumbuhan, pembangunan ekonomi yang terjadi di Eropa ternyata mengalami fluktuasi yang ekstrim. The two halves of century present entirely different growth trends. Very slow in the first half, very rapid in the second. Jadi pada abad tersebut itu merepresentasikan perbedaan tren pertumbuhannya ekonomi dan negara tersebut, yakni terdiri dari sebagian itu sangat slow gitu, dan yang kedua sangat rapid, sangat cepat pertumbuhannya. A structural crisis and then a deep, devastating, and tragic depression characterized the interwar decades. An unparalleled upswing was experienced during the third quarter of century, while a new structural crisis slow and pace grow during the fourth quarter. Ini menggambarkan bahwa di satu tahun itu terdapat 4 quarter, di mana setiap quarter itu memiliki growth yang berbeda-beda. Nah, ini disebabkan oleh tadi fluktuasi gitu. Terkadang it's uh, very slow gitu in rapid, terkadang dia in very slow in growth, terkadang dia very rapid gitu. Jadi tidak menentu. Human history has always presented regular fluctuation. Sepanjang abad manusia itu ya terjadi fluktuasi ya, the biblical 7 lean and 7 fat years gitu. Nah, ini diambil dari salah satu statement di Bible. 7 lean, 7 fat years. Jadi 7 tahun yang kurus dan 7 tahun yang gemuk. Ini hanya sebuah analogi saja. Which represents the economic phenomenon on the time. Related presumable to climate cycles of rainy season and droughts gitu. Jadi ini dikaitkan dengan climatic cycle, jadi perputaran atau perubahan climate yang terkadang itu masuk di season hujan dan terkadang masuk di drought atau kekeringan, and belongs to very first written observation on economic cycle, siklus ekonomi. Both nomadic and agricultural society were relatively defenseless against economic fluctuation dictated by nature. Baik kaum nomaden maupun agriculture ya, were relatively defenseless. Ya, tidak bisa berbuat apa-apa, defenseless against menghadapi fluktuasi ekonomi yang diakibatkan oleh nature. The early modern world economy of 16th century was also accompanied by long price cycles. Economic fluktuasi has thus been a fellow traveler with mankind during its march throughout the century. The rapid and sustained growth of post-industrial revolution Europe, however, generated some dramatic new phenomena. A complex set of short-run pulls coexisting with regular medium-term fluctuation and all occurring against the backdrop of mysterious long-term economic cycle. Nah, this fluctuation, fluktuasi ini kan merupakan fenomena ekonomi yang tidak menentu. Terkadang keadaannya menunjukkan growth, pertumbuhan, terkadang turunnya growth daripada growth ekonomi dari negara tersebut. This fluctuation produce the nightmare of Great Depression. Nah, ini kemudian terjadi ya salah satu event yang bisa disebut dengan depresi besar-besaran yang terjadi di Eropa tahun 1929. Extremely turbulent times of depressed prices, steeply declining output, and painful high employment. Jadi ini sangat menekan harga, kemudian output, decline of output, dan painfully high unemployment. Jadi pengangguran yang terjadi pada fenomena Great Depression itu terjadi sangat dalam kuota yang sangat besar-besaran, which lasts sometimes for decades. Lama, jadi memberikan dampak yang lama dari kejadian Great Depression ini. This trouble sometimes also devastating and often setting economic back substantially. Also became a new point of departure towards even greater economic heights. The Great 18th and early 19th century theories of capitalist market system, including Adam Smith, did not examine the problem of instability and cyclical patterns. Gitu. Jadi sekitar abad 18-19 ya, Smith kan dia mempublish bukunya The Wealth of Nation 1776, which is it's almost in the end of 18th century. hampir masuk ke akhir abad 18. Jadi orang kapitalis gitu ya. Termasuk juga Adam Smith tidak mengexamine permasalahan dari instability dan juga cyclical patterns. As early 1801, however, the scientist Sir William Hazel suggested the changes in sunspot stormy activity on the solar surface and generate strong ultraviolet radiation, affect the weather, crops, and consequently prices. As was later discovered, sunspot activity do have a strict regulation. The climate cause of this medium-term fluctuation were the first explanation of economic cycle. Jadi kita mulai dari pembahasan short dan medium term cycle ya. Modern economy theory recognize three basic types of fluctuation, 3 jenis fluktuasi di short term. Ya, Kitchen cycle disebut dengan Kitchen cycle, recognized in 1923, last only 3 to 4 years. Terjadi ini sekitar 3-4 tahun and are mostly inventory investment cycle. The cause of this short-term fluctuation between two medium is explained by overshoot and undershoot of business stock gitu. Jadi terjadi over dan juga undershoot of business cycle. These short wave are mostly growth cycle. They might have positive growth rates even during the squashy recession. In post-war Germany, for example, the counted 9 cycle between antara tahun 1950-1983 with duration of between 2 and 5 years, but most of them for 4 years. From economic history point of this view, this short-term pulsation do not attract much attention. Jadi ini yang pernah terjadi kala itu short term antara 3-4 tahun dan tidak memberikan implikasi yang terlalu buruk untuk pertumbuhan ekonomi. From economic history point of view, this short term pulsation do not attract much attention, tidak terlalu attract menyita perhatian masyarakat kala itu, sebagaimana Great Depression ya yang terjadi tahun 1929 ataupun krisis ekonomi lainnya yang ya seperti tahun 2008 krisis moneter 1992 gitu yang pada masa Soeharto and many others. Much more important is the existence of medium-term cycle. In 1819, the Swiss Jean Simon de Simondi, author dari buku Nouveau Principes de Economie Politique, dia menote deeply how he was affected by the commercial crisis which Europeans had experienced of late by cruel suffering industry worker which I had witnessed in Italy. The greatest impact, however, was made by the French dentist who published bukunya according to his interpretation. Ekonomi modern menunjukkan a 7-year cycle generated by investment in fixed asset. In previous year, entrepreneur over investment and create excess capacity which lead to overproduction, while the opposite trend characterizes the year of commercial crisis. Nah, dia menjelaskan ketika itu terjadi overproduction dan kemudian membawa keadaan tersebut kepada krisis komersial. Nah, ini untuk long The long quantitative cycle, among the first economy who discover some long waves in price movement, he described tentang rising price and followed by regional price decline. Deutsche Fund identify second long wave in price increase, decline, and upswing between 18. Upswing yang dimaksudkan di sini adalah apa tadi? Fluktuasi daripada cycling economy gitu ya. Nah, long waves become recognizable. Jadi ini merupakan fenomena fluktuasi yang panjang yang menjadi yang recognize ya, diketahui. Influence economic growth, berpengaruh terhadap pertumbuhan ekonomi dan characterize the entire modern European economy. Nah, ini juga dari Nikolai Kondrativ, using statistic exclusively on prices, dia mengidentifikasi itu a half long waves in modern economic history. Each 50 to 80 year cycle had an upward pace, which pay rising prices with rapid growth, and downward half of falling prices and slow rate of growth. Yang pertama adalah kenaikan harga dengan pertumbuhan yang sangat cepat, dan yang kedua downward half of falling prices, itu kegiatan menurun dari ekonomi tersebut yang terjadi bersama dengan penurunan harga dan juga pertumbuhan ekonomi yang lemah gitu, yang lambat. He concluded that during the upswing years of prosperity, we more numerous with depression occur mostly in downswing period. Agriculture suffer the most in downswing years. Invention characterize the downswing, while their large-scale application were realized during the upswing phase. Nah, ini mereka menggambarkan beberapa contoh terkait dengan fluktuasi ekonomi yang terjadi pada masanya, baik dari yang long term maupun yang middle term ekonomi. Nah, Schumpeter ini merupakan salah seorang ahli ekonomi modern. Inspired by Kondrativ theory, Joseph Schumpeter offer a convincing interpretation of long cycle, reveals the nature mechanism of the capitalist process better than anything else. Each long wave, he explained, is connected with industrial revolution and the observation of its effect. As he recounted the beginning of modern long cycle from 1780 to 1840s, he started that the industrial revolution was behind it. Jadi Schumpeter ini menyatakan bahwa fluktuasi ekonomi itu yang terjadi adalah bermula daripada revolusi industri gitu. Dengan terjadinya revolusi industri, maka mulai kelihatan fenomena fluktuasi ekonomi dari suatu negara, yang menyatakan bahwa revolusi industri lah yang menjadi behind it, yang menjadi dalang ataupun faktor penyebab terjadinya fluktuasi. Economic fluctuation, jadi ini bisa dibaca ya. If you look at the 20th century economic development, this real basic may describe the long waves economic fluctuation in main reason after the Great Depression. And then impact, the enormous 20th century economic fluctuation have a great impact on both structural and regional rearrangement during the long period of prosperity. High growth rates, rapid development, jadi lead to economic expansion and maturity newly risen sector. The downswing portion of the longest way, ultra slow and treble, exhibit the longest challenge for renewal. Jadi fluktuasi ekonomi yang besar yang terjadi pada abad 20 memiliki dampak yang sangat besar ya, baik pada structural regional arrangement. During the long period of prosperity, high growth rates and rapid development, tingkat peningkatan yang tinggi, rapid development, pertumbuhan, pembangunan yang cepat, membawa pada ekspansi ekonomi. Fluktuasi was thus not only one pulsation of growth rates, gitu. Fluktuasi bukan merupakan satu-satunya daripada pulsation daripada tingkat pertumbuhan, successive change of rapid and slow growth period, but also a kind of built-in prime move of structural change, gitu. Perubahan struktural dari suatu negara. As a consequences, di abad 20, ekonomi European went through permanent major restructuring. This equal characterized the ration of main economic sector within the national economy and ratio of various branches of each economic sector. In other words, agriculture, industry, dan service, the so-called primary, secondary, and tertiary sector radically changed their relative weight in national economy. Nah, ternyata ini berdampak juga terhadap struktur ekonomi ya, fluktuasi ini. Ya, seperti agriculture, industri, dan pelayanan. Second, the tertiary sector radically changed relative weight in national economy. Oke, jadi Mediterania, Europe, and Irlandia, however, during the Cold War decades, became incorporated into the Western world, especially 1980, and after having joined the European Union, they could relatively successfully adjust the technological challenge, and the age-catching process began in Irlandia. So, from the advanced European level in 19, French, German, Dutch, and Belgian level by the end of economy, Spain, Portugal emerged for half truly fluctuation and arrangement despite the nation we had in. So this is kind of a research have been done in country in Europe, jadi di beberapa negara di Eropa, dan yang mana di sini dikatakan dampak fluktuasi itu juga fluktuasi memberikan dampak terhadap perubahan struktural dan regional differences, baik bidang agriculture, industri, service, and many others. Sebagaimana juga di sini dijelaskan terkait short dan medium impact of fluctuation dari pandangan Schumpeter dan juga quadrative. So I think that's all for today's reviewing paper. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.